Yo guys, what is up? It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video over on PALWORLD. In this video, I'm going to explain to you how to properly set up your stats inside of the game, how you want to actually disperse your things, because it's not something that you're going to be able to go back and change. So anyways, this is how you go ahead and get it started. Now, if you go into your inventory, you can obviously see this is your enhanced stats button. When you click on it, it's going to give you the option to click and raise your statistics every time you actually use them, right? Now, when you do use your enhanced stats option, every level that you get is going to give you bonus points. Some are worth more than others, and the ones that you really want to focus on are your hit points and your weight. Now, the next ones are actually personal preference. I like to focus on work speed and stamina, but I know some people that swear by attack and defense. I personally don't, but let me explain all of that to you real quick. If you don't mind, smack that like button, leave a comment below for the algorithm, and then consider subbing to the channel for some more helpful content. Now, anyways, as you can see, these two are the ones that I have jacked up the highest, the HP and the weight. The reason that I have that is because the HP goes up, give or take, around 100 points each level up that you place into it, which is obviously very useful because the more HP you have, the more overall tanking that you can do when it comes to the actual game itself, which is very, very important to be able to accomplish. So HP is very important. So it goes up a very significant chunk, which is why you want to level that one. Now, the next thing you want to level is your weight. Weight also goes up a chunk. I believe it's 50 to 100 per level, which is a much higher schematic or a much higher ability than anything else in the game, because weight is something that can be so useful because you end up carrying a lot of stuff in the end game. Crossbows end up weighing a bunch. Pickaxes end up weighing a bunch. Your equipment on your body ends up weighing a bunch. And then the things that you eat and use end up weighing a bunch towards the late game. So having that extra weight can be a massive changer of stuff. So definitely update your weight. Now, what you also along the way want to do is add points into two things: stamina and work speed. I know it might not seem super pretty if you want to think of it that way, but work speed goes up 50% per level you put into it. So putting just 3 of your levels into work speed will literally double the speed at which you make things, because sometimes you'll find yourself in the game needing to actually start working on something, or just walk away and hold F on a key, right? And just like sit a rock or a Xbox controller or something down on your key. And your work speed will go up, and that'll help a ton with passively producing things. I suggest only 3 levels into work speed, and then start placing a few points into stamina. Not too many. I would say a maximum of around a total of 200. And that's because sometimes you don't realize it, but stamina is quite useful to have access to. Whether it's running from something, rolling, climbing, or gliding, a little extra stamina does go a long ways. The 2 things that I wouldn't bother increasing are your attack and your defense. Now, the reason that I say this is your attack and defense only go up like 2 points per level into them. So it's not really worth your time, because good armor in the late game and a good shield will make a lot more of a difference than a few levels into your attack and defense. Now, attack only goes up 2%, but it doesn't really scale with your shooting weapons. So that's something important to factor in, right? So damage dealt increases as attack power increases. So yeah, not that, I mean, 2% is not a big deal. You're better off just going after your party and getting levels into your like Fox Sparks with bonus levels into attack. With 374, this thing's a monster. So definitely use these guys for sure, and as the flamethrower option. So those are the statistics you want to focus on inside of PALWORLD. And that's kind of like the quick end of it. You kind of flex those to your personal play style. If you're someone that likes to grind a lot more and pick up a lot of stuff, increase your weight. If you're someone that's bigger into like the actual PvP component, as in like PvE against other creatures and kind of diving and rolling and stuff like that, lower the weight, increase your health, increase your stamina just a touch. And if you're someone that's like me, spends a lot of time in base, that extra little boost to your work speed helps a ton. So anyways, hopefully this video helps you out. And if you don't mind, again, smash that like button, leave a comment below, and then consider subbing to the channel. Lastly, I know I've been saying this a bunch, but if you're playing on single player, you should consider playing either on an official server, or if you don't like the toxicity of official servers, consider renting your own. And if you look in the link below, I've got actually 10% off my G-Portal company that I work with, and it's like $4 a month or something like that. But it really makes a big difference, because you can kind of just sit and farm while you're not online, just queue up a whole bunch of stuff to get ready, and then come back on, and hopefully it's all good to go. So anyways, hopefully this video helps you guys out. And other than that, Teach out.